in Arlington, Texas.
Zane Gonzalez to kick off for
It's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as long as he's exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
48-yard line.
The numbers for Zeke from last week. He hit pay dirt so many times we almost lost track. Every time we turned around, he was in the end zone.
And those weren't all just one-yard plunges either, partner. I mean, he ripped off a few long jaunts as well.
On second down, Elliott. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
At the 23-yard line.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. And this is Cooper. It's Cooper. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Now Elliott. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. On 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And Zerline's kick is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Cardinals making their way out, and it's the number 1 overall pick in 2019, Kyler Murray at the helm.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's a game.
For the last few seasons, it's almost been sport for us in the media to see if Larry Fitzgerald was going to call it quits and cap off what I believe is a Hall of Fame career. But now he's entered season number 17, second on the all-time receptions list, just 171 catches behind Jerry Rice, and maybe he's found new life as he continues to pile up the big numbers.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Down back at the 43-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. That takes us from second to third down.
Third down and 14.
Here's Murray. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down. On fourth down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
With the score, Cowboys 3, Cardinals 0.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines.
The Cowboys take over first and 10. At their
Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
number 20.
Jordan Hicks, third in the NFL in tackles a year ago, there to make the play. On second down, it's Elliott. And he's going to be stopped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals' 39. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. A first down carried by Elliott. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watched tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Cowboys will add on to their lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
At their own 25-yard line.
So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Shotgun now from Murray. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams.
Complete to Max.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Murray throwing complete there to Hopkins. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Murray hasn't got loose. Fumble. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score.
For the extra point.
And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down this stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
Trying to cover Cooper there a little too closely.
And he's such a tough cover because he runs his route so well. Hard to stay with him and hard to figure out exactly where the break points are. And in this case,
and this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. CeeDee Lamb, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Greg Zuerlein to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. On the return, Andy Isabella. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Return. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
A nice catch there by Christian Kirk. Had 709 yards and 3 touchdowns in the 2019 season. I expect those numbers to continue to climb. This is a guy who can play in the slot, play outside, but the number one thing about him, absolute explosiveness, especially after he catches the ball downfield. If you don't make the tackle right there, he's going to take it a long way.
From the gun, Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Touchdown, Cardinals! Max Williams. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer.
For the extra point.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. This is Tony Pollard. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
First and 10 at their own.
Amari Cooper and the Cowboys set to take over once again. Where he stands right now, as you see, already over 1,000. You have to think 2,000 is a... And that's caught inside the 35. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That goes for a gain of 31.
How about the first half he's putting together? Well over 100 yards already with that last catch. And to me, they'd be well served to keep looking his way. A number of big plays already in this one.
Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Greg Zerline to kick off for Dallas.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis, where it was the Colts who were able to come away with the home victory. 31-10 was the final score. From there, let's get over to the Rockies to check out the Broncos at home in Denver. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Miami Dolphins. 38-0. Whoa! That's your final? Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes, 5 touchdown passes, leading his guys to the victory. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Cotton and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Greg Zerline to kick off for Dallas.
It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down. Running for the shotgun with Drake. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's Murray from midfield. Caught on the left side, Fitzgerald. Touchdown, Cardinals. Larry Fitzgerald, his second touchdown on the season, and the Cardinals have cut it to within a score.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Amari Cooper and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's what really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all, and it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they get a call.
And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
On second down now. It's Elliott. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Again, it's Elliott. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Second effort there, he was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
Zerline good with a PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Greg Zerline to kick
Now
off.
after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. An incredibly short hit and a loose football. Still going inside the 30. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now.
He's tackled at the 30.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They stay on the ground with Drake. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Handoff.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
The tackle. A gain of 3 on the play. And a Cardinal first down.
On first down, Drake. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now the 2nd down throw on target. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. To throw again on 2nd down. Oh, no, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And he will have a Cowboys first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line.
Here's Elliott. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott, and he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front, and it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air is out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Tackle made there by Buda Baker. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. But he almost had it defensively. could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
Buda Baker.
They're looking for a spark defensively. When he went for that ball, probably thought he had a chance at the pick. Now, remember, they had 2 last week in the win. Obviously losing here.
Well, you talk about looking for a spark, and the best sparks are when you make big plays for your team, and he had that opportunity there. Couldn't haul it in, but that doesn't mean they're going to back off at all. They figure if they can get one of those takeaways, they can spark their team to a win.
Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. He'll throw from the gun. Fitzgerald on the slant. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
It's a game.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Drake. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Murray. Over the middle, complete. That's Drake. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. Murray to throw. It's caught on the right side. Williams.
Murray's pass.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. Now Murray. Caught left side. Williams.
Murray's pass.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That is incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To throw is Murray. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
Zane Gonzalez lining up.
A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So a little under 50 seconds to go. Plenty of time if they can get this onside kick. And the Cowboys are going to secure the football, and with it, they'll just about secure the victory as well. And 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it.
No, they lost the football. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through it, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen, because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in the second half. Instead, it's third down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it's incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go.
Murray fighting, lost the football. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave them a comfortable lead.
Now Zerline on and the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. On the return, Isabella. A dangerous return man showing it here. And a great return up past the 40, but this one may not stand. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. From the 21 and 2nd and 10.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Murray, one final try. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
Cowboys 38.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Dallas, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they will hit the road next week to take on Washington. Meanwhile, for Arizona, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll be at home next week